My name is Pastor Ann Gagne, and I'm pastor at Shepherd of the Lakes Lutheran Church in Grayslake and Trinity Lutheran Church in Ingleside. It's not too bad, actually. It's one railroad crossing that I have to cross, and it's a metro track, so I don't have to worry about a freight train or anything like that. I usually sing and eat a breakfast bar and drink my coffee on the way here, and then jump out of the car and start again.
Our financial situation was such that we couldn't support a full-time pastor on our own. We learned that a neighboring church was going through similar assessment.
In the case of Trinity, we had lost a pastor a while back and realized that we couldn't afford a full-time pastor. Came up with a couple of alternatives. Pastor sharing was one of them, and the path that we ultimately ended up taking.
We were talking about changing worship times, which we all know can be a hot button issue for a lot of people. Somebody at the table said, well, if one community changes their worship time, then both should do it, to kind of share the load of that kind of compromise. And that was one of the moments that I knew that this had a lot of potential and could work. People were already thinking about this in terms of both communities, and that yes, there was going to be compromise, but that we could share the load on that kind of compromise too.
Over time, everybody seems to accept kind of the new normal. People expect her to dash off after our service. Ours comes first, and she needs to make her way over to Trinity quite rapidly.
People are starting to know people from the different congregations, which is really nice.
They've become very positive about the fact that we have a relationship with another Lutheran congregation. People are really enjoying visiting each other, I think.
What I've learned, or more or less affirmed, that two churches can work very well together. If there were any walls or senses of divisions, or mine and yours, those have been dissolved from what I've seen.
Working through God, we can accomplish anything. I mean, this is not something I ever thought I'd be involved with, and it turns out that it worked. It was the will of God that we came together like this.
I think God gives us opportunities to expand, to reach out to His people, and I just see this as one of those opportunities that God has given us.
We are in a place today where we have to think about sustainability of the church in new ways. We need to get out into our communities, and I think that this kind of arrangement helps to foster that too, which is very important in Lutheran theology. One of the biggest concerns that I hear is, are you okay? People wondering if I'm spreading myself too thin, and I really appreciate that. I feel like I'm surrounded by two communities that authentically care about me and my well-being. It's a trick, it's a work in progress, for sure, but I'm in the right place to make it happen and to happen in a healthy way.